2. Yeah, from the last time that I made one of these, I got a job as a secure counselor up in Evansburg, counselor for youth. So yeah, like I said before, things don't always stay bad. Me and the missus are working on things. Me as well, internally. Yeah, one of the things I wanted to talk about in this video is one thing I've noticed with depression. One thing that kept me sane through a lot of stuff is having a hobby. And like when I injured my shoulder, or my shoulder got injured for me, I started doing woodworking. I built an island for our kitchen. I built like a name plaque with dates for our wedding anniversary for our kids. I built shelves for the dog things and stuff like that. And I think that's one thing that helped me get through a lot of that too, was you got to find a way to get outside your mind and occupy yourself. Recently, a lot of ways I've been dealing with depression is I started playing Magic again and forcing myself to be around people, and that's been a big help for me recently. Be around non-negative people. Like pretty much everybody that knows, that plays in my Magic play group and stuff like that. Amazing guys. Amazing. Yeah, we joke around, take a shot at each other. But it really helps take my mind off everything else going on. Like, sure, my problems are still there, but they're not a constant thing that I'm thinking about. And I think that if you're dealing with depression, that's one thing you really need to look into, is stepping outside your boundaries and finding a hobby, something else you can do while you're not constantly thinking, oh my god, like, my life's horrible, things are bad. I'm gonna try and do one of these videos. Like I said, I'm gonna try and do these regularly. What's funny is a name I thought for these videos is Driving with Jean, because the baby's normally in the back with me. Today though, she's at my mom's. Because I had to do 20 physical things, but I can't even finish the physical. I have to come back Thursday for TB results. will tell you guys this. The other day, I definitely had a breakdown, because sometimes you have a realization in life, and with what a lot of people don't know, some people know, is that I have a blood disease called Still's disease, and it constantly produces inflammation through my body and does damage to my joints and bones and everything else, and my heart and my lungs. Well, from time to time I have a flare-up, and I can't use certain body parts, like my wrist, my ankle, something, from mostly winter months. And in the last video I talked about the HIV thing. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with Still's disease. Well, around 16, I was put in the hospital for a high-grade fever of 107, and I had hives everywhere, and they could not figure out what was going on. I went through test after test after test. At one point in time, a nurse came in my hospital room, and she said, Mr. Bowers, I hate to inform you, but we believe you have HIV. Now, I'm 16 years old. Never been sexually active in my life at 16. I was quite a large boy. So, yeah, I didn't even lose my virginity yet, and I'm thinking to myself, like, how the hell did I get HIV? No intravenous drugs, no sex. Like, this isn't possible. Thinking my life was over. In a hospital room, I called my dad. My dad came down right away. And after talking to my doctor, he said, no. He said, you do not have HIV. You do have an autoimmune disease. We just can't figure out what it is. But HIV was on the list. So that blew my mind that was one of the possibilities. And I thought, my life's over, Freddie Mercury and all these stars and that died from that stuff. Like, there's no cure for this. Like, wow. Turns out I did not have HIV. I have Still's disease, which you probably never even heard of. It's a ultra rare anti-inflammatory or inflammatory disease that they have no they don't know what causes it. What causes it, what triggers it, they have no fucking idea. So it's funny, like, when people are like, oh, like, you have Still's disease, like, how did you get that? No fucking idea. The doctors don't know, because doctors don't know what causes inflammation. They think they have an idea, but no, there's been no concrete proof on any of it. So, yeah, there's that. And, I mean, that causes part of my depression from time to time, because sometimes there's certain things I can't do. Wintertime is definitely, how they say, seasonal depression. Wintertime is definitely a rough time for me. It stresses me out. Stress triggers it sometimes. Stress doesn't trigger it sometimes. It's definitely a strange disease. And my camera just fell off because these streets are insane. Yeah, I'm going to get squirrel right now, and these roads are fucking atrocious in Johnstown. So, I'm gonna end the video there. Like I've said before, if you are in trouble, you feel like you got nowhere to turn, give me a call, shoot me a text. If you have any thoughts, anything, you know, leave a comment, send me a direct message, whatever the hell they call